Oh, A Dot in the building. What's good with y'all, man? We got another video for y'all today, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it.
Unemployment for Black women is above 6%, and if this was happening to any other demographic in the United States of America, we would be talking about it constantly. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Since February of this year, unemployment rates for Black women have increased month over month by at least half to 1%, which is huge. It is estimated by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics that between February and March, when the bulk of federal layoffs happened in the first round, Black women lost 250,000 plus jobs. That's huge. And it needs to be explicitly said that it's not an accident that the president's administration has been targeting DEI as well as the federal workforce, because Black women are overrepresented in those job categories and in that workforce. And the targeting of those two sectors was a deliberate choice that was made in order to increase unemployment amongst Black people, and specifically Black women.
Let's get into that. Man. Let's unpack that. So, was it a target on Black women across the United States? Who knows? Just did another video before this one. I guess you call that part one. This is part two of DEI. You know what I'm saying? Inclusion, based off non-merit jobs. We just including you because you are a woman. We just including you because you are Black or a minority. A lot of these grants have been given out because you're Black or a minority. Which I get it, want to try to make up for some of the wrongdoings that was done in the country to certain groups. I get it, right? But overcorrection, man. Trump seen the overcorrection. His administration seen the correction. It's been overcorrected. You got too many people in these spots, just hiring and hiring and hiring the same people based off their likeness and not based off their qualifications. You know what I'm saying? So when you doing that, you're going to have problems. And this is why you had 250,000 women laid off that they're saying is Black. Those statistics, I haven't heard that many. I heard a little lower. But either way, the number I heard was high. This is a lot higher by multiple thousands. I think I heard 35,000 to 18 or 18,000 to 35,000. So she's saying 250,000. That's a lot. But a lot of these women are toxic in the job environment, man. They bring a lot of drama, a lot of toxicity, a lot of arguing, a lot of insubordination. Let's talk about the CNAs. The CNAs that were given these certificates based off of welfare programs and programs, that came from, being poor or poverty, whatever you want to call it. These CNAs got into these hospitals, these nursing homes, these retirement communities. They being insubordinate. I know, I used to work in retirement homes as a chef manager. These girls did not do their work, They did not do their work. It was bad, man. Leaving people in their beds, patients getting bed sores, and this was reported. I've seen it, myself. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to communicate properly with people. They just being insubordinate and not doing their jobs at all. Hey, can you do this in room 204? Oh, that ain't my client. Oh, that ain't my patient. I ain't doing it. Like, what? How you think you're going to keep a job? How you think you're going to run a business? People got family members in there. They want their parents or loved ones to be changed or given a shower, and these people not doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is going all across the line. You know, from what I've seen, a lot of these black women, I was raised around black women. I'm black, obviously. They lazy, man. They don't like doing their job. They very argumentative. That's why a lot of black men is not dating or marrying black women, because they very combative. You know what I'm saying? Not all. I'm not saying all, so don't nobody jump down my throat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all black women. You know what I'm saying? But a majority of them have bad attitudes, man. You know, that stereotype angry black woman didn't come from nowhere. It's rooted in fact, and that's a fact. When I'm around them out at restaurants, there's a group of them. They loud, they obnoxious, they keep pestering the waitress or waiter. It's just annoying. Music playing on their phone, no headphones. Me, I don't want to go to these places. Then one thing I've seen, where it's a large population of black people go to a restaurant, whether it's men, women, whatever. Me, I live in the suburbs, but when they come up to the suburbs and there's a large black population for those restaurants, automatically see every check now got to have gratuity. And you just like, man, y'all ruin it for everybody, man. You know, just a bad culture. They turning the work culture out, turning it to Bonquisha and them, Jamal and them. It's like, nah, man, this ain't the way to go, man. So, these companies seeing the toxicity, seeing the TikTok culture, seeing this social media era of workers get into it, and they see how it's looking bad, man. It's not good. It's not good, man. So I think when they had their first chance to get rid of these people, wow, you out of here. You out of here, man. Nobody want to deal with that at the workplace. We want to come to work. We want to have a good day, positivity, teamwork, and there's no teamwork with a lot of them. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the R word. I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking down upon black women. I'm black. I have a black mother, black daughter. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking facts, and I know people hate facts, especially my community, which I don't even put myself a part of the community, but they going to communitize me and say, oh, you black, you can't do this. Black community don't like the truth. They don't like facts. You give them facts, it's always an excuse, always about, oh, Jim Crow, Black Wall Street, some stuff that got nothing to do with what's going on now. I get it. That stuff happened. I get it. But what can we do to fix all this stuff? Why are we still angry? We know where we start at in the race. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you starting behind, you got less opportunity, you got to work harder. That's a fact. Crying about it at the start ain't going to get you nowhere. There's going to be people moving along. See the Spanish people, they come over, they link up, they get a house together. They moving along. Indian people come over, they moving along. Everybody. Black people still stagnated, don't want to have a roommate. Got to move out at 18. Got to put your kids out at 18. Don't want to parent past 18. It's not the way to go, man. And it's leading the African Americans, whatever you want to call them, leading them down a bad path, man, of degeneracy and just being bad overall in the communities. You know what I'm saying? I had this conversation with somebody. I said, the Russians come over here, they in the community. Yeah, they still stick with other Russians, but they in the community. It's not no Russian community. It's a community of all. They still amongst the culture. You know what I'm saying? They don't come over and try to turn things around. African Americans, one thing, they try to turn everything to be like where they from, the hood. Or whatever area you want to call it that they from. Or whatever area they are from. No. Other people, they come and they blend in. Because they see how American culture is. You know what I'm saying? If you making money, you have some class. Not throwing trash on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? Not being dirty. Not cutting your grass if you own a property. You know what I'm saying? Washing your car. Parking properly. All this goes into class. Going out to restaurants, not being all loud on the phone or loud having conversations. Having music playing in the background at the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? This is blending in, being a part of the class. And I'm sure people going to say, oh, but who get to dictate what class is? Hey, man. Clearly you don't have it if you got to argue that. You know what I'm saying? Let's tap in, man. I want y'all to subscribe, like, share, turn on your notifications so you can get more videos. Let's get it, man. Stay tuned. Stay tapped in, man. We out. Another one coming.